cruel social media remarks. Facebook comments have been pouring in after 4 people died while hiking.
So you're dealing with an addicted generation.
This is a big time bomb ticking.
These kids who commit suicide, you go look at their Instagrams, you would have no clue.
Mr. Zuckerberg, would you be comfortable sharing with us the name of the hotel you stayed in last night?
No.
People who spend more time on Facebook suffer higher rates of depression than people who spend less time on Facebook. It'll destroy relationships, it'll cost time, and it'll cost money, and it'll make your life worse.
I am skinny. Wow, I'm skinny. That post got 30 likes. He's just 19. What am I doing with my life? Welcome to the internal monologue of a typical social media scroll. A monologue that most of us are having every day. But we don't think about it, we don't talk about it. In fact, most of us don't even know that it's happening. Hello there, I'm Shazan Salim and I'm gonna talk to you about the unintended consequences social media is having on your health. I'm gonna tell you what's stressing you out daily and what it does to you and how you can craft a better experience online. The Center for Collegiate Mental Health found that the top 3 diagnoses of university campuses are anxiety, stress and depression. Numerous studies from the US, the UK, Canada, you name it, found that this high level of depression, stress and anxiety is related to high social media use. But the scary thing is, high social media use is everywhere I know, be it my friends, my family or my colleagues. 90% of 18 to 24-year-olds are on social media. An average person spends 2 hours a day on social media. We don't even spend 2 hours eating. Anything we do this often is worthy of critical observation. So let me introduce you to 4 of the most common stressors on social media that, if go unchecked, have the potential to become full-blown mental health issues. Number 1, the highlight reel. Just like in sports, the highlight reel is a collection of wins and brightest moments. Social media is our personal highlight reel. It's where we put up our greatest moments, or when we look great, or when we are out with friends and family. But this gives us an insecurity because we are comparing our behind the scenes with everyone else's highlight reel. We are constantly thinking that our day-to-day life is not as bright as others, but the reality being that they are just showing their highlight reels.
Here's a picture of my friend gone camping. #mountains, #peace. I already know that he's highly stressed because he hasn't prepared for the upcoming exams. But what this does is this disrupts the peace of others. They think their life is miserable because they are all the time on their books. What they are doing? Yes, they are comparing his highlight reels with their behind the scenes life.
The highlights are what people actually want to see. This brings me to number 2nd stressor on social media, which is social currency. Number 2, social currency. Just like the dollar, a currency is something we use to attribute value to something. On social media, these likes, comments and shares are what we use to attribute value on photos, videos or a status. In marketing, we call it the economy of attention. Everything is competing for your attention, and when you give something a like or a piece of that finite attention, it becomes a recorded transaction attributing value. This was good if we are talking about a product, say clothing. But the problem is, in our social media, we are the product and we are letting others attribute value to us. This is changing our sense of identity.
we are tying up our self-worth of what others think of us, and we are obsessed. We are so obsessed that we have biological responses when we can't participate, which leads me to the third stressor on social media, FOMO.
Number 3. FOMO. It is a light phrase that we have all thrown around, but FOMO, or fear of missing out, is an actual social anxiety. Regarding social media use, we are already experiencing impairment similar to substance dependencies. With every like you get a shot of that feel-good chemical dopamine. So what do? We check likes just one more time. We post again just one more time. We get anxious if we don't have access to social media. Doesn't it sound like every drug you have heard of? So when your social media use goes unconfronted over time, that's when we see rising levels of depression and anxiety. The FOMO, the highlight reels, the comparisons, it's a lot and it's all at the same time. Just like you cannot blame Samsung, a TV making company, for a bad show on the TV. You cannot blame Twitter for a hate speech posted by someone else. The question is whether social media is good or bad. The dark side on social media rather is not the dark side of social media, it's the dark side of people we see. This was happening before as well, but now due to social media, these things take place 24/7. Number 4, the most dangerous stressor, online harassment. 40% of the adults have experienced online harassment. 73% of adults have witnessed it. Online harassment is further discussed in this video ahead. But the thing is that it is not easy to recognize and is visible only when it takes a fatal form.
Do you know India as a country stands third in cyberbullying? Do you know in India 1/4 adolescents have seen mocked pictures and videos of themselves and 50% of them were not reported to the police? Do you know total of 37% parents across India, which is highest in the world, said their child was bullied online? Well, I, Rupali Mishra, shall be revealing something very important about cyberbullying.
This is a form of bullying that happens online. It involves harming, harassing, threatening, and humiliating a person, usually through social networks, messaging apps, chat rooms, as well as via email and website.
Just to show you a more clear picture about the effect of cyberbullying on common people, we asked some people to share their experience on cyberbullying and hear what they had to say. Although in India there is no specific law which focuses on cyberbullying, there are adequate provisions which treat it as a serious criminal offence. For instance, under Indian Penal Code, there are sections like 499 for defamation, section 354D for stalking, and section 549 which deals with expression intended to insult the modesty of a woman. I must remind you that in India, the Ministry of Child and Women Development have launched helpline and portals for reporting such crimes. You may like to visit cybercrime.gov.in for reporting online harassment, cyberbullying, cyber and children.